word Mafia.
Hello, Internet! Really? Alright, fine. Thank you for watching another episode of the Awkward Mafia Show. I'm Jesse.
I'm Mystique.
And today, we're going to go over my top 30 most wanted characters in Smash Brothers. That's right, 30. Well, probably 29, unless I remember the one I forgot. But we're going to stick with saying 30, and I did not tell Mystique that's what we were doing before we were turning on the camera.
Apparently, no.
So I said top 10 to her.
Exactly.
Because it's like a top 10 list, but only it's 3 times as long. So these are in order of franchise, not my most wanted, except for number 1, which is my most wanted.
Okay.
Okay? Cool. So we're starting with the Wario series. Top of the whatever list. Mona from WarioWare. Have you ever played WarioWare?
No.
Terrific.
What?
Very helpful for this list.
Oh, sorry. Am I supposed to play this before I do this? You never told me.
WarioWare is a series with micro mini games.
Okay.
Micro games, they call
I
them.
see. Okay.
Mona is one of the characters in that works with Wario. In every single game, she has a different look and job. It's kind of the theme of her games. So my idea for her moveset would be basically she would be in her main appearance.
She's in different costume.
Yeah. So her main appearance would be like the goggle, fur coat, midriff showing outfit or whatever. But all of her moves, including like normals and tilts, would have her take on a different costume and do a different attack. Like her jab could be her being a reporter and putting in her mic and like hitting people with it. Her dash could be her riding her motorcycle, or she can stun people with her camera. Or she can shoot music notes out with her guitar. Or deliver a pizza. Or do a karate kick in the air in that Chinese red dress she wore. In that one thing. Anyway, there's a lot you can do with her, and I think that'd be cool. Cool thing that costume changes for all of her attacks. Next up, also from WarioWare, Ashley. She's a young witch. And she was an assist trophy in the last Smash Brothers. She's who a lot of people think or hope she'd be because she's like probably the most popular WarioWare character. She'll probably use her little demon friend Red would probably be in her moveset as well, and she'll do magic stuff.
Okay.
Which is cool because there's not a ton of magic user or Smash Bros. Characters. There's like Zelda and Robin. Pretty much it actually.
I think I like the witch one better.
And finally, from the Wario series, Captain Syrup from Wario Land. She's the villain in a few of the Wario Land games, which are the Wario side-scrolling games. She's a pirate who's just as greedy as Wario is. So she would have like a lot of cool pirate attacks and like cannonballs and swords, and maybe throwing money or something. Yeah.
Nice.
Also, she has a cool design. She would have her classic outfit and her new outfit probably. This is from Wario Land Shake It on the Wii, which was her last appearance. Next up. This isn't technically a new character. I think Donkey Kong should have a Funky Kong alternate costume that complete with announcer change. Funky Kong! When you pick him. Because Funky Kong's the new character in the new port of the old Donkey Kong game, Tropical Freeze. So, do that. Half the costumes will be Donkey Kong, half will be Funky. Funky Kong's awesome.
I've played Donkey Kong before. Long.
And because
so long.
because the Smash Brothers version of Donkey Kong, he makes generic gorilla noises in Smash Brothers. Mm-hmm. So you only have to change the audio for Funky Kong. Really, because it's just gorilla noises. It's not woohoo! It's like actual noises. So, easy change there. Speaking of which, I think Diddy Kong should get a Dixie Kong alternate costume. Now, you would have to tweak a couple of his animations, which, going from game to game is not that big of a deal, I would think. And yeah, so half Diddy, half Dixie. And I think her moveset, or Diddy Kong's moveset would still work with Dixie Kong. Just, change some things. Like instead of shooting a peanut gun, she shoots a wad of gum or something. Yeah. Now, for new Donkey Kong characters, I say they should add Cranky Kong. Being playable. He can throw his dentures, he can pogo stick, He can whip his beard. Who cares? I want Cranky Kong. His final smash will be him turning into the giant 8-bit Donkey Kong. Because that's who he was. He was the original 8-bit Donkey Kong. And just kind of stomp around the stage. Or throw barrels. That's what I want. And the last Donkey Kong character I want is Pauline. That's right, Pauline. Not a Mario character. Her first appearance was in Donkey Kong, where Donkey Kong kidnapped her. She later appeared in the Mario vs. Donkey Kong series. Mario Odyssey is the first non-Donkey Kong game she appeared in. So I think she should be in and under the Donkey Kong mantle. She'll have her dress outfit and also her mayor outfit. Have you gotten that far in Odyssey yet?
No.
Oh.
I keep dying.
It's not really a spoiler that she's in it. She's in all the commercials.
But I kept dying.
The way I see her moveset working is, you know, in Smash, you played Smash Brothers, right? You know, there's some items like that Warp Star or the giant laser cannon. That's 3 items that you got to pick up all 3.
Yeah.
I say she starts out with a hat, a purse, and an umbrella, like the bonus items in the old Donkey Kong. But they added to her moveset. And if she takes a lot of damage, she loses some of those items. And thus weakens her. And also maybe her dress gets more ripped like in the old Donkey Kong games. If she loses like all 3 of her items. But like the hat, she can like throw her hat like in Mario Odyssey to do like a projectile. Her umbrella could be like her recovery, like Peach uses. And she can use her purse and smack it.
I was thinking for the umbrella to reflect from.
Oh, like a counter?
It's like a counter attack, yeah.
That could be it too. Also, she can maybe throw out Mario mini toys from the Mario vs. Donkey Kong games as projectiles or something. You've known some of these characters I mentioned.
Some of the characters, not all of them.
But most importantly, she would bring that hit song One Up Girl with her from Odyssey. It's in all the trailers, and you haven't gotten that far in the game to see it yet. Oh well.
Like I said, I keep dying in Odyssey, okay?
Okay. Next up, for the Metroid series, Ridley. Yes, Ridley. Let me just say right now, this list is not who I think will be in Smash, it's who I want in Smash. I don't think Ridley's going to be in Smash. But, well, because he hasn't been in yet, and Sakurai keeps saying it's because he's too big. But I say, who cares if he's too big? Make his gimmick be he's really big. Will that really break the game that much? I don't think so. I think it's going to down a little bit, but not make him like the same size as Bowser. Like, make him the biggest character in the game.
Make it big as those Charizard.
Bigger than Charizard, I say.
Okay, a little bit bigger than Charizard. There you go.
Sure.
Pretty sure.
Next up, for the Kirby series, Prince Fluff. Everyone's all like, oh, you know who should be in from the Kirby series? Waddle Dee with the bandana and the spear. No, I say. That's lame. Although he is actually kind of a cool character. I want Prince Fluff from Kirby's Epic Yarn. I want it. End of. This is all you need. I just want that.
Okay.
Yeah. Oop. There we go.
For real?
Yes.
Why?
Doc Lewis from Punch-Out. Little Mac's coach and a former boxer in his own right. He's they came out with like a bonus little game where all you do is fight Doc Lewis in a sparring match. And it's awesome, and they should use that to make his moveset. Why not? Moving on. Oh yes, from Star Fox. So I'm just gonna do this a combo here. I want Peppy and Slippy to join. Now, people might say, but Peppy is really old and useless, and Slippy sucks. I don't care. I want the full Star Fox team in this game playable. I mean, Slippy can build stuff on the stage, like turrets or something, like whatnot, and do cool.
How are you gonna find anything if all the shit is working?
What?
How is he gonna make stuff?
Just build it.
He's really gonna take his time to build.
No, like a little quick animation. He just throws the thing and it builds into a thing.
Okay.
And Peppy can do something else. I don't know. It's not my job to think of that. I just want it.
Well, you have to tell them the reason you want.
Not all these guys are going to get explanations, full explanations, other than I want it. There's too many. There's 29 of these guys. Moving on. Oh, yes. Decidui, I think is how you say his name.
Why doesn't it look like what's his name from Pokemon?
He's a Pokemon from the Sun and Moon.
Yeah, I only saw first season for Sun and Moon. That's why he's not in there.
Yes, he's the most popular starter Pokemon from Sun and Moon. And I can see why. He's pretty cool. He's like an archer owl. He's a grass ghost type.
He reminds me of Halicha. The coloring.
The coloring, yeah, I can see that.
That's why I was like, why does it...
But I mean, we have Charizard.
Yeah.
We have
Pikachu,
Greninja.
sure. Yeah, and Greninja.
We don't have a final form grass type starter. And I think Decidueye is just the Pokemon for that.
Cool.
All I really need to say.
Flying in grass, I'm assuming?
No, ghost in grass.
Or ghost in grass? Okay.
Yeah, he's ghost. Isn't that cool?
Moving on.
Moving on. Another character added via costume, Blood Falcon. So, Captain Falcon already has an alternate color like this, but Blood Falcon actually has a different. He's got a spiky thing. His collar's bigger. He's got a different design on his back, which was in older Smash Bros. But I think in Smash 4 they got rid of the skull and all that. But I say, give him an actual costume where the announcer says Blood Falcon. He's like a clone of Captain Falcon that's evil. So yeah, I think just give him a costume. And maybe make the fire like purple or something to reflect the difference instead of regular fire. And maybe make it more not shaped like a falcon, but like a skull or something. Blood punch. No, not to say blood punch. You can say fuck punch too. But yeah, why not? It'll take like 2 seconds. Well, I don't know how long it'll take. Probably take months in development, but still, do it.
Who's that?
This is Kumataro.
Kumataro?
Yes. Bear tiger in Japanese. She is from Mother 3, the sequel to Earthbound, which in Japan is called Mother 2. She and Lucas. Yeah, she works with Lucas. Like half of Lucas's moves are actually her stuff. Stuff she can do. So I say rework Lucas so that he's more accurate to how he plays in Mother 3. Give her some of his moves, and then keep Ness classic style, and move forward from there. That's what I say. Moving on. Tom Nook from Animal Crossing.
Why not?
Why not, first of all? I say he should take some moves from Tanuki Mario. His down B is he turns to stone, and his up B is him flying by wiggling his tail, like Mario does. And he can throw leaves that maybe turn random items, like in couches and beds and stuff, like in Animal Crossing. And his final smash could be dropping a house on you or something. Well, Animal Crossing Villagers' final smash is Tom Nook showing up and his sons, and they build a house around the enemy, and then the house explodes. I say you give Tom Nook that final smash, and then Villager's final smash would be he calls in Isabelle, the dog assistant, and she just does a karate move, beats up the guy and bows and leaves. I think that'd be funnier and cooler and wackier. Alright, moving into third-party characters, I would like to see Taizo Horry from Dig Dug, the classic Namco arcade game. I don't know what look he would take. He has the more cartoony classic 8-bit look, but he was also playable in the turn-based strategy RPG Namco Cross Capcom, and he had a more cool, realistic anime design that I really love. Either one, I don't care what look he has. That's one of my favorite old-school arcade games, so I would love for him to get some representation. The enemies from Dig Dug were in the 3DS multiplayer mode in Smash Brothers. In the 3DS one, they had a mode where you walk through this maze world and you fight different enemies to collect power-ups. Enemies from Dig Dug were in there. Yeah. Gino from Mario RPG, or Super Mario RPG. This is the one everyone wants, so yeah, I don't need to go into it. Everyone wants it, so why not? Now, I've mentioned before that this is what I want, not what I think will happen. This next character will not be in the next Smash Brothers, and will never be in any Smash Brothers.
Who is that?
But I would really like it if she was Chell from Portal and Portal 2, and Lego Dimensions, which was on the Nintendo Wii U, which means she is technically eligible to appear in Smash Brothers. But she won't. She's this mysterious woman who's trapped in this lab and forced to test the portal gun. A gun that can shoot two portals that connect to each other. You walk in one, you come out the other. And you gotta solve puzzles. It'd be cool if she could actually make portals.
Actually, she would be cool.
She would be very cool. It's not gonna happen though. But I could dream. Alright, now we're moving on to characters whose games have never appeared in Smash Brothers as a playable character. Dylan from Dylan's Rollin' Western and the upcoming sequel, I forget what it's called, where he gets a leather jacket. He's an assist trophy in the last Smash Brothers. He's an armadillo cowboy in a post-apocalyptic steampunk world. He fights rock monsters and builds gun turrets. So there's a lot you can do with that moveset, I think. He rolls up to a ball, you can build guns that shoot on their own. Do that! And he's got a really cool design. I like Dylan. Yeah. An ARMS character!
I know.
I would personally prefer Ribbon Girl, because I think we need more female representation.
Yes.
But either one's fine. They could probably even do like both of them in one moveset thing, like Wii Fit Trainer. Because I don't think they play that differently. I haven't either, honestly. But they have cool designs, and we need more Smash reps, so why not? Why not?
Oh, that's cool.
That is, what's it? Saki, I believe his name is, from Sin and Punishment on the Nintendo 64. He was also an assist trophy in, I think, the last two Smash games. The story in Sin and Punishment is really confusing, and I never paid much attention to it. But he's got a cool design and a gun that also is a sword. So he's cool. Put him in. Wonder Red from Wonderful 101 on the Nintendo Wii U. A brilliant and awesome game from the makers of Bayonetta. That just didn't do well because it was on the Wii U. But he's awesome. They're superheroes who are fighting an alien invasion, and they're able to deputize citizens into also becoming superheroes. Up to 100 of them. So it's you and 100 people in masks, and you can form together to make weapons like big fist to punch or a sword, and it's all made of people, and it's really weird. It's kind of like Pikmin mixed with Bayonetta. It's
Lego Batman building a bridge with all these people.
You do at one point build a bridge with people, yeah. Actually, it is like that. That is interesting. But anyway, it's a fun and weird, awesome game, and has a lot of potential for moves, I believe. Okay.
No.
This one's kind of weird.
No.
Hear me out.
No.
The Undo Dog from Mario Paint and Mario Maker.
No.
Are you familiar with?
No. But still, no.
So it's like in Mario Paint and in Mario Maker, when you want to just undo the last thing you did, you click the dog button, and you go, "Arf!" and it undoes what you last did.
You're gonna stay on the game forever.
So,
No one's ever gonna win or anything.
In Mario Maker, though, they added some extra stuff, and they showed him riding the clear rocket and being friends with the sound bird and Mary O. She's like tech support for the Mario Maker, but she's only in manuals and stuff. But her name is Mary O.
Okay.
Yeah. So either you could do have a character that's all of them together, or just Undo Dog, or Undo Dog could just be an alternate costume for Duck Hunt. And instead of the duck, you have the pigeon or the parakeet. But either way, I think it's fine and it'll work.
I don't know about that one.
I do. It'll be great.
Okay.
Next up, Snipper Clips.
Oh goodness.
Okay.
Why?
This game is amazing, and it's owned by Nintendo.
Play it?
We should play it, actually. That's a good point. I don't have it.
Why not?
I played a friend's copy, but they came out with a bigger version since then, so I should totally get that. But it's a cooperative puzzle game where you snip shapes out of each other to become new shapes to work into puzzles. So, I'm not totally sure how they would work. Maybe you can cut pieces out of the other characters and weaken them or make them lighter to knock them out further. Or all your moves...
I don't know, the yellow one looks concerned from the red one.
Now he's smiling, they love it. Or your different moves instantly make you into different shapes to do different attacks. Not sure, but Snipperclips would be awesome.
The red one has an evil smile.
They both have smiles.
No, the red one has an evil smile.
Look, when you play the game, they love it, okay? They love it. They love being cut and they go, ooh. They make weird faces. It's weird. It's an awesome game. It's really weird, though. But I would love to see Sakurai, the maker of Smash Brothers, come up with a moveset for these guys. Takamaru from Mystery at Muramasa Castle.
Okay.
It was originally a Japanese-only release, but they released it on the Wii U Virtual Console a couple years ago. It's basically Zelda set in old Japan. But like the old school 8-bit Zelda, where it's like a top-down view and you walk around and thing. You can throw those.
Like Pokemon-ish.
Well, like Zelda.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. He's this cool samurai character, and there's not really a straight-up Japanese character in this very Japanese game, so I think he'd be a cool addition. Mach Rider. Mach Rider's cool. He's like the original inspiration for Captain Falcon, allegedly. It was an arcade game where you ride a motorcycle and you shoot enemies that fly by when you dodge stuff. He could either be his own character, or I would totally be fine with him being a costume for Captain Falcon. And finally, my #1 most wanted character. Balloon Fighter, yes. Anyone who's watched this,
fly away. If someone pops the balloon, you're dead.
anyone who's seen this channel for more than the last year or so will know I am a huge fan of Balloon Fight. It's one of my favorite old school Nintendo games. Probably my favorite NES game, and that's saying a lot because that's the same console that has Mario.
We should have a real balloon fight.
Like a water balloon fight?
Yes.
Have you ever played Balloon Fight?
Yes.
No, the game that is yes. You have balloons on your back and you fly and you pop each other's balloons so that they fall into the water and get eaten by fish.
That's what I'm saying. If someone pops it, he's dead.
Now, here's the thing. With the exception of the first Smash Brothers, where he was actually considered to be playable, but ultimately wasn't, there's been a Balloon Fight reference in every Smash Brothers game. Okay? In Melee, they had an item from his game. As one of the items you can hit the spinning flipper things, you throw it. What else? In Brawl, he had music in the Ice Climber stage. And in the last Smash Brothers, the 3DS version had a balloon fight stage. The whole stage was a balloon fight. And it was amazing. It was random every time you open it up, and it's great. And I love Balloon Fighter. And he had a trophy in Melee, too. That's what this picture's from.
Yeah, we should have a real one.
Oh, yeah, and Villager, his up B move is called Balloon Fight. And he puts on that helmet that has those balloons attached to it. And he does the pose, and he floats. And that's his up B. It's straight up just that. But that's not enough for me. I want Balloon Fighter as a full-fledged character. He's been considered almost every time and always decides not to because there's not enough recognition and not enough stuff to do with him, moveset-wise. But I say, I don't care. If you can make Captain Falcon playable, you can give me Balloon Fighter. I mean, look at his name. Balloon Fighter. Make him really good at fighting. Like, have him actually know fighting moves.
Ninja.
Maybe not ninja, but like, you know, karate or kung fu or something. Like his standard B could be he could shoot out those lightning balls that bounce around. He could actually bounce on environments and stuff. Depending on if you pop his balloons, maybe he makes balloons poppable, And if he has like no balloons, then he has very bad recovery and like maybe only one jump. But if he has all 2 balloons, he has like a bunch of jumps like Kirby. And like maybe his down B's pump up new balloons. And in Nintendo Land for the Wii U, there was a balloon fight game in it, and in that you would create gust of wind by with the stylus on the touchscreen. So maybe he can like create wind and blow stuff around. Maybe that could be like an up B or a side B where he pushes people away or throws himself up in the air. There's stuff you can do with Balloon Fighter. I'm just saying, I would really love to see an updated Balloon Fighter in the new Smash. That's my most wanted. What about you, Steve?
Me.
Who do you most want to see in Smash, in the next Smash? All the characters in Nintendo.
Go back.
Well, through mine? Well, I think I got an idea of who you might want.
Pikachu?
Look at his hat.
Detective Pikachu?
Yeah, Detective Pikachu.
No, he's slow. He doesn't know quick attack.
I think Pikachu should have a detective hat as one of his costumes. And it'd be cool if he actually talked instead of going, Pikachu! He goes, ugh. Boy.
For the love of God.
Does he say that?
I don't know, I'm just messing it up right now.
Quick attack!
I just barely started. I haven't gone far enough to know anything yet.
I haven't played myself, but that's getting a live action movie with Ryan Reynolds. So I
do want to watch the movie.
I would totally be not surprised if Pikachu gets a Detective Pikachu hat.
Yeah, that'd be cool actually, but I still want him to have his quick attack good though.
You won't play differently, it'll just be a costume.
Okay.
Okay, these are all already in Smash, because...
Yeah, I know.
I gotta work on that.
Yeah, why don't you pick up Spider-Man right now?
What about Ditto?
What about Ditto? Yeah, sure. Actually, Ditto will be a cool character in there. He can turn into anyone he wants.
Well, there's data in, I think, Melee for Ditto being playable, and it was... Or no, for Ditto to be in a Pokeball. It was basically you throw it, Ditto comes out, and then Ditto turns randomly into another Pokemon that come out of Pokeball. But they realized it's already random. Why would we have a character just to be like, no, it's still going to be random? It's kind of dumb. And so people suggested that instead of having random character button, just have Ditto. And it's the same, like, it just is a random character. But if Ditto was just to be playable on his own, maybe he could have like a mixed move, like he turns into different Pokemon, maybe.
Or can he not turn into anything else besides Pokemon?
He could turn into the Pokemon he's facing, but who cares? They could.
Because what if someone doesn't play Pokemon? Then we're screwed.
What do you? No, I mean Ditto's moveset, like he's the Blob, but all of his moves are different. He turns into a different Pokemon and does their move, and then turns back into Ditto.
Okay, by himself, without looking at other Pokemon.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
that's fine.
That'd be what you get.
Because that's what I was saying. Like, if he has to look at a Pokemon, he can't, because what if someone doesn't play a Pokemon?
Yeah, but I mean, have to in their game doesn't mean they have to in Smash. I mean, Kirby's like this big. You know.
I don't know. He feels like a giant to me
and
right now.
Pikachu's like this big, but he's like almost as tall as Mario is in the games. You know. It doesn't matter. What they have to do or be. I mean, Mario can throw fireballs and use his cape. Like, yeah, he can't do that in the game, so it doesn't matter. But I think that'd be a cool way to get a bunch of Pokemon in the game without doing like a Pokemon trainer thing.
The only one they have is Pikachu, Charizard, and Greninja, right?
They've had Pikachu, Jigglypuff.
Oh, they have Jigglypuff?
Yeah.
Oh.
Jigglypuff. She was
in
the first one.
Yes. It does.
Yeah.
He's an asshole.
Pikachu, Jigglypuff, Charizard, Lucario, Greninja.
Oh, yeah, they have Lucario, don't mind.
Pichu was in Melee. And Mewtwo.
Yeah. I didn't play those version yet. And I played the old one.
Thank you for watching our top whatever list. I was hoping the 30th would be your suggestion, but I kind of just threw Ditto out there for you. Or Detective Pikachu.
Honestly, I'm okay with whoever's there. I really don't have nothing more.
Yeah.
because I think I'm more of a Marvel DC person than
Not a
Nintendo.
video game?
I mean, I'm a video game player, but I don't have a favorites, yeah.
Mhm.
So, yeah. That's the only reason.
I have ruined my heart for all things.
Yeah, I haven't played enough.
I
like
know.
you.
I know so much about so many things.
Exactly. I haven't played enough like you to know everything.
Thank you for watching, and come back next time for more. Whatever.
Why are you poking Kirby? Stop poking Kirby.
Turning you off.
Bye.
Bye.